My name is Ida May, and this is Mission Possible Greeter Training. Now, you are watching this video for one of two reasons. One, you have already accepted the mission to become a greeter. Or two, you are considering accepting the mission. Either way, you need to know that we take this greeting thing very, very seriously. And it will be imperative that you watch this training video. Oh, excuse my appearance right now. I am working undercover at a Shriner convention. Might I just say that this is a group of people that do not need any help becoming more friendly or more familiar. I don't even want to tell you what they assumed I had done to achieve these carpet samples. But that's neither here nor there. There is probably also a third group of you watching this video, and you know who you are. Those of you who have illegally downloaded the video off the internet. And I have but one thing to say to you. Get a life, people. This is a training video. Now, we call it Mission Possible. Well, first of all, because it's at the church. It's a mission. Perhaps you have always wanted to do mission work. Maybe you've always wanted to go on a mission trip, but you're afraid to leave your zip code. You know, you do not have to cross the sea to see the cross. You can come in and be the front line, be the first impression of the church, be the hands and feet of Jesus. And of course, we call it possible because, as we know, the good book says, all things are possible through Christ who gives us strength. Now, I know I have some skeptics out there that are watching the video thinking, why? Why do we have to have training to become a greeter? People, I will tell you, you are not born with the greeter gene. It is something that some of us have as a gift and some others don't, and you must be trained to do it and to do it properly. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, well, how hard can it be? You just show up breathing, right? Well, yes, you must show up, and yes, you must be breathing. The dead cannot greet. But people, there are skills, and you must learn these skills. Now, perhaps you are questioning why I am qualified, Ida May. What makes me qualified to teach you greeter training? I want you to know that I fully recognize the gift that I have, and that is the gift to blend in situations, unawares. And I have been attending the church months and months and months, sitting in the pews, observing everything. I call myself a pew peeper. Now, I have been watching everything going on at the church, and I will tell you, we have got some greeters gone wild. Now, if you are an usher, or perhaps you pass the collection plate, don't get all smug. You'll be next. This is an entire series on hospitality. We are trying to bring the passion back to hospitality. So everybody needs to pay attention. It is going to be as simple as possible. I am basically going to give you the 6 do's and the 6 don'ts of training. So let's get started. At number 1, do this. Now, you can see that this greeter has shown up not just on time, people, but early. You will be given instructions as to what time to report to the church, usually 10 to 15 minutes early. So be there on time and in your greeter spot. Now, people, we know some of you say, oh, but I want to stand over here by my husband who's an usher, or, oh, I want to stand by Susie so we can visit. No, 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 people. You must show up on time and at your greeter spot. Do this. Okay. Not this. Now, you will see this greeter has shown up way, way, way too late. As the sign says, you were a greeter, not an exiter. Number 2, do this. The most important thing you can wear is a smile on your face. You know, you don't know what is going on in people's lives when they walk in the doors. And a smile can mean so much. We forget the power of a smile. Now, always wear your name badge and your greeter ribbon or whatever has been given you to designate you as a greeter. So do this. Speaking of, you know I do a lot with fashion. I have come up with what I think would be a wonderful greeter uniform. But you know how churches are. There's a committee, and the committee has not approved it. I don't know where in the Bible it talks about committee. I really don't know where that got started. But then again, perhaps the disciples were the first committee. I think my idea is wonderful. But in the meantime, do what they're doing, which is wear your greeter ribbon and wear a smile. Do this, not this. Now, as you can see, this greeter clearly was not prepared to come in and start greeting. You need to dress appropriately. First of all, just dress, people. Get out of your night clothing. Do your hair. And some of you, you need a reminder to put in your teeth. Now, you've got to look right, people, and smile, and just be dressed appropriately at all times. Not this. Number 3, do this. Now, as you can see, this greeter is greeting the whole family. The mom, the dad, the children, not just the little children in Daddy's arms, but get down on the level with the little children, because you know Jesus loved the little children. So do this, not this. Now, as you can see, what we call this is selective greeting. We have a greeter who has selected one individual of the family to spend a little too much time with. That's probably all I'm going to say, but this is wrong, people. Very, very wrong. Not this. Number 4, do this. Now, as you can see, this greeter understands that you don't want to miss anybody, so you've got to greet a person and then move on to the next person, people. Keep it going, keep it going. Do this, not this. Now, as you can see, this cute young couple has walked into the church with their hands extended, and this greeter is simply ignoring them because she is too busy visiting with this fine young man. Now, I will tell you on a side note that he kind of wanted me in the worst way, but you know, people, I am betrothed to Tom Bodette, so we had to let that go. But people, don't visit, be a greeter, not this. Number 5, do this. Now, as you can see, this greeter has greeted a visitor who has come in the doors, and they wanted to find the Welcome Center. Do not leave your spot as a greeter. Simply point them over in the direction of the Welcome Center, the nursery, the sanctuary. But do your job, people, which is being a greeter. Don't do other people's jobs. Do this, not this. Now, as you can see, this greeter is totally out of line. This greeter is actually passing out the bulletins, which is the job of the usher, people. So if you are a greeter, be a greeter, not this. Number 6, do this. Now, if for some reason you cannot make it to church to be a greeter, be sure that you use your alternate list and you call someone to replace you, people. It is not that hard. You will be given a list of names. Don't call the coordinator and ask the coordinator to find someone. People, call someone and replace yourself. Do this, not this. Now, as you can see, this greeter obviously did not call anyone to replace them. And look what has happened. It's a crime scene, people. It's a crime. And that's what happens when you're missing in action when you should be doing your job. Not this. So there you have it, people, the do's and don'ts of training. In summary, here we go. Arrive on time. Wear your name badge and welcome ribbon. Smile, be enthusiastic. Go to people. Open the door. Acknowledge all, big and small. Now, refrain from side conversations. You don't want to miss anyone. Direct guests to the Welcome Center. Replace yourself when you can't make it. Call an alternate. You greet. Ushers pass out the bulletins. And seat. It's a ministry. Treat each person as if you were welcoming Jesus Christ Himself. So now perhaps you have not yet decided if you want to become a greeter or not. So I have prepared for you the top 10 reasons to become a greeter. Number 10, you were voted friendliest in high school. Number 9, you get to wear a name badge and a ribbon. Number 8, you're always there anyway because we know old people don't sleep. Number 7, someone else signed you up. Number 6, this way people think you attend church regularly. Number 5, it will look good on your Match.com profile. Number 4, everyone gets to see your new outfit. Number 3, saying hello is always better than saying goodbye. Number 2, it is a good excuse for hugging. And the number 1 reason to become a greeter is it is wonderful training for your next job, a Walmart greeter. As greeters, I believe we all should pray that everyone, when they leave church, will feel like they have experienced Jesus and that you have had a part of that. I believe Romans 15:7 says it best. Therefore, welcome one another as Christ has welcomed you, for the glory of God. That concludes our greeter training. This tape will self-destruct.